Hey YouTube, in this video, I guess for these next two videos, I'm going to be just doing my deck profile of my current Bermuda Triangle decks that are going to change significantly. I'm probably going to make like two more Bermuda Triangle decks, in addition to upgrading these two. With the release of the Extra Booster Divas Duet, it's that time of the year again, where Bermuda Triangle gets their support. So let's go ahead and just real quickly go over the current decks that I have. This one's going to be Coral. I guess I'll probably just do both of them and explain what I plan to do. So for this one, this is my more favorite, I guess currently my favorite Bermuda Triangle deck. It will change significantly. It's Coral / Reindeer. Reindeer is my favorite grade 3 Bermuda Triangle. So 4 Reindeer and 3 Coral. The reason is because your first grade 3 you want to ride is Reindeer, because as soon as he rides, he's not limit break. So you can, all throughout mid game, even in late game, her effect will be live. And yeah, and then you kind of want to finish your opponent off with Coral. Coral, with the full ride chain, Coral is your 11k Vanguard. And she has pretty decent limit break effect overall. So we're running 3 Coral, but she's not that necessary in early mid-game, your first grade 3, so you don't really need to run 4 of her. So I used to run 2 of her, I put one other one in just for the consistency. And then 2 Rainbow Light Carine, because she's still the best grade 3 alternative if you're running Reindeer. So 4 Reindeer, 3 Coral, 2 Carine, 9 grade 3s. You don't really want to go over 9 grade 3s, you don't need to. So that's the grade 3 lineup. For grade 2, very straightforward. 4 Shiny Star Coral, that's for your grade 2 ride chain. 4 Girls Rock Rio, combos real well with Coral. And the main reason why I'm running 4 of these, most people like to only run like 2 or 3, is because I'm only running 2 Carine to make room for Coral. So we run 4 Rio for a total of 6 of that type of card. And then the other grade 2 we have is Prism Promise Celtic. Just another bounce to gain 4,000. That's for Soul Blast 1. So she helps use up your extra soul that you gain from Rio and Carine, and power up your Vanguard or Rear Guard so you can hit better numbers. And then 1 Diva of Clearwater's Izumi. This is just a superior intercept, mainly because there's so many 10k Vanguards in this deck. This helps a lot. It also tends to hold aggro from your opponent away from your Vanguard for some reason, because they like to attack this thing. They like to attack this and like to attack Rio. So the deck works pretty well though. Surprisingly consistent, and I just like it when I beat down cross-ride decks with this deck. And then it's kind of odd because it's like a 10k Vanguard deck. Just owning. And then for grade 1s, 4 Fresh Star Coral. Probably the main card you want to have in your opening hand. 4 Mermaid Idol Elly, Sentinel. 3 Mermaid Idol Sedna. Because there's so many 10k, most of the time you're going to have a column like this. 18k, so you can hit Rear Guard. Or, worst case scenario, you'll have a column like this. Whoops, not this. Like this, so 16. So it's not completely terrible for 8k. So 3 Sedna. And then 2 Sweet Harmony Mona. Mainly because I'm not running the Perla sister and Perle sisters. So because I'm not running them, we want more consistency. So I want more capabilities of bouncing cards in the event that you do not have Reindeer. So this plus Celtic adds that extra, I guess, that tech power to the deck. So that's the grade 1 lineup. And then the trigger lineup is 6 critical. So 6 critical. And a surprising 6 stand. And then 4 heal. And the starter is, of course, Angelic Star Coral for the ride chain. The nice thing with Reindeer is because Reindeer can check grade 3s. Even if you don't have a Rio setup or Carine, you can just bounce this back. If you, like, let's say you missed a ride. So it's never really a terrible starter if you, as long as you have like Ranger, or even if you miss ride for Coral, you can just bounce this and get a 10k shield. So it's not that bad. And obviously the ride chain. So the reason why I run stands A lot of people are like, oh, Reindeer doesn't need stands, and other people are like, Reindeer's amazing with stands. Just a quick example of why stands work. So most of the time, you'll have some kind of setup like, let's say something random like this, and just throw this. Or this, it doesn't really matter. Whatever you have over here, you attack, or whatever. So let's say, so you attack first with her, so that's 18 to Vanguard or whatever. Then you go second with this. And let's say you first check a grade 3. So you bounce Carine, you get her effect, you call her back down. Or you call something else down. You could call this down. Doesn't really matter. And then you check a stand. Stand this. Or, I mean, it doesn't matter what you call down, you have a whole new live column to attack. So it's like getting a fourth, it's like having a fourth column almost with this kind of trigger check pair. So it's good. And then criticals obviously just are criticals. So anyway, this deck is going to change significantly. I'm probably going to, Raindear will probably stick around. I'm thinking I might mix her in with Alk, or the duo that was drawn by the same artist, Natsumeri. She drew another duo thing. It's like it's Raindear with like red hair, so I might actually mix that with this, or do something completely different, like put this with Alk or something. Let me know in the comments, like what would be a good, out of the new cards that came out in Diva's Duet, what would be a good new deck that would keep Raindear in it and actually work like a 9 grade 3 deck. So post in the comments if you have a good idea. I might put the deck together. And then the other deck obviously is going to be the more commonly known one at this point, is the Coral one. So Coral, we all know, is getting a cross ride. I'm definitely going to build that deck. So stay tuned for that. So that was it. I guess I'll do the prisms in another video. I don't want this to be too long. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think of Bermuda Triangle in general, like how competitive you think they are. I guess they were pretty popular in Japan when Ret came out for a while. But yeah, let me know in the comments. As always, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.